Can you hear me okay? It's been a day, hasn't it? "9:08 p.m." Just in case you wondered. So from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 12 hours. And here we are, the live stream. Empathy Bear is going to sleep. He's very tired from all that walking today that he did. He asked how much you're paying him for the pictures, for his appearances at all the schools. What was your job again? I was asking earlier if all those pictures I put on Instagram, I got paid as a freelance photographer. Do I get paid by the picture or by the hour? How much do you think I would have made today, since we're catching everything up and putting it all on record? How was my fake shift today? My fake 12-hour shift of freelance photography at the schools in Malton, all the schools. Did you see the list I put up of all the schools? So the only one I missed was Brandon Gate, right? Because that's where I live. I'm going tomorrow morning. So what'd you do for your shift at work today? Let's hear. You work in a restaurant. What kind of restaurant? As a chef? An Italian restaurant. As a chef, you work? A server? A cleaner? As a dishwasher. So they don't have a dishwasher? You load the dishwasher? You do them by hand? If it's a restaurant, they have a big commercial one. So I assume you would just load them or take them out when they're done, whichever one. So how long is your shift? Well, if you say the International Center, I'll be mad. You didn't see the video with the sandwiches? I did contribute. Why didn't you volunteer at Salvation Army to contribute to the greater good of Malton? I made 3 different types of sandwiches. That will feed you for how long? I made a whole YouTube video. How long does it take you to make a video and put it up on YouTube? How much do you get paid for it? How long does it take you to make up 3 different recipes for 3 sandwiches? The greater good of Malton, it said. Load the dishwasher, unload it, scrub stuck on pans, etc. The dishwasher. Who did you give the sandwiches to? What did I make? How many? I ate the tuna. And I ate the peanut butter and chocolate. What do you think lunch and dinner and breakfast are? You think I don't eat? What did you want me to do with them? No, I meant like go to the actual Salvation Army and help people in Malton. Where's the actual Salvation Army in Malton? I did my high school community service hours at Salvation Army. It was a pleasant experience, and I am humbled to have done it. Well, I went to the food bank when I was an Epicure consultant, and I was there for a day. One shift I did only. So, hello, my job is a disabled people associate at Air Canada. I work 80 hours a week and make about $12.50 an hour. If full-time is 40 hours a week, that's 8 hours a day, right? 5 days. So if you work on weekends too, how many? That's an extra 60. Well, work week is 5 days, right? 40 hours. So if you had 16, that's 56. It's another 24 hours. You work 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. How many is that? It's 90 hours. If you work 12-hour shift, 7 days a week. So you work 6 days and you have 1 day off, 12-hour shifts. 72, 6 hours, 6 days, 12-hour shifts is 72. You said 8 hours. So you work 8 hours on Sunday too? I'm on ODSP, remember? Amy, can you remind us what your job is? Technically nothing, right? I can do whatever I want all day long. Absolutely nothing if I want to. Technically, right? I work 7 days a week from my basement office. I would love that luxury to work 7 days a week from here. For actual money? I think you should do a real volunteership with some place in Malton and contribute to the success of the community and document your experience for your followers. You can kiss my butt. What community? What Malton community? Oh, please take over the live stream and explain this one. I'm sitting right here, 7555 Goreway Drive, apartment 47. Where as I was going out today, right, to go on the rock and smoke, the whole building stunk of Mary Jane in the stairwell. Somebody want to tell me about that one for my lease? Then we'll get to helping the Malton community and contributing to the success of the community and documenting my experience for my followers. I have all a Sunday. Should I go to the church? Oh, please keep telling me. I am enjoying myself right now. Wow, Amy, you're actually horrible. Wow, you're a vile. Really, drug addicts and alcoholics? How many of you drank alcohol and did drugs today, right now, 9:17 p.m.? Good look around you, Malton, right now. You're going to remember this tomorrow, 9:17 p.m. How many of you right now have alcohol or drugs in you? Don't lie. I'm vile. Can you imagine if I just offed you right now, overdosed you? What's the vilest thing I could do to you? That word vile. No, addictive drugs. Mary Jane doesn't count as a drug. It's legal. Yeah, just like alcohol, right? Let's go for what's the worst that can happen if you smoke Mary Jane? What's the worst that can happen if you drink alcohol? All on record for all of Malton. Hey, let's get into driving too while we're at it. Should I take a picture of it on my phone while I have it? So I can remember it tomorrow when I wake up. We have. Definitely can Canva that one. I want the time and everything. You can watch the live stream forever on YouTube, Malton. You can show everyone. Monday morning, you can show all your friends now that you're back to school. Let's see how quick you can spread it to all the schools in Malton since you have the list on Instagram, right? All the schools in Malton. You already have it for all the kids. No excuses, right? You all have social media. You can use your phones after school. Yeah, the library too, speaking of that. The McDonald's, the Wendy's, all that free Wi-Fi everywhere. The mall. When you go to lunch and go hang out after school. The youth hub probably has free Wi-Fi, right? So no excuses for anybody. I'm sure you're all going to meet tomorrow, right? "13 minutes in." They probably do computer literacy classes in the library. Sign up and meet some other friends. What am I going to do with friends? You're the people in Malton and look at you. You want me to make friends so what? They break in, they come into my apartment, they want to spend the night, they want to move in. Which ones? They want money? They want to borrow things? Which one should I make friends for? To lend me money? Or to give me cigarettes? This comes to worse. Freshco closes at 11, right? If I need to go and get food. Oh, Shoppers closes at what, 12? The worst case, right? I can use points. I don't need money. The worst case to get food. Yeah, they have a whole freezer section. What else does Shoppers have? Actual food. I told you you are the joke. Don't. I might have to tell you back. Speaking of that, right? Schizo hallucinations. All the addicts, one of these days, you're going to understand why I told you to stop with the mental health and the calling people crazy, right? When you're the addicts. No one wants to break in and steal your Dollarama furnished apartment, baby doll. It's nice to have a sense of community in life and you could use a human touch. Really? Please, don't ever come near me, any of you. A human touch. You gotta find a human in Malton first. Please, I beg you, just stay away from me. I told you, I don't need bullets. I don't need the gun, right? I can only off you once. You guys didn't know that one? What's gonna happen after that? After I off you? Now you're all caught up. I want to come into your apartment 47 and help you clean under your nails. Why don't I just put nail polish on them? I'll do that. Hold on. Do you want me to do it now? Hold on, what time? 16. I'll get my coffee while I'm at it. Just, sit here and enjoy the background I put up, because that took me, an hour of work? A photography background on a photography stand? Your job, right? I got all the time in the world. What time is it now? Oh. They don't like my nails. Are they not satisfactory? Up to date? Should I trim them? Should I make them all even? Should I make them pointed? No. Oh, I found some. Speaking of Dollarama, this is where I bought these from. They were all in one package, 6 of them. So I figured 6 colors, right, is better than just buying one color, one bottle. Which one should I use? I like this one, so I'm going to use this one. Ready? 1833. Maybe you can count them, because I don't know what I can touch after when they're wet. You know how to do this, right? I want to hear where you go in Malton and get yours done and how much you pay. Just make sure you write it down and post it while I'm doing this. Thanks. 9:26 p.m. 19:03 is the time on the live stream. Yeah, if I get actual remover and try to fix them, that counts, right? I clean them up after I'm done. Okay, good. Just making sure it's all on record. For me. They don't like my nails. They want to clean them. Worst thing that could happen is I run out, right? Dan, what time did Shepherd's Judgment is open to go match the color? Got it, thanks. Huh? I should pause and read your comments. Okay. I just got one more thing to do. But so far, so good. That's one hand. Does that qualify? You see them all? They're all painted. This way better. No. Trying to cheat and dry them. They didn't say quick dry or gel or anything. Sorry. I didn't ask though. Maybe next time I go. A good old store in Malton. There. Just right across from that trail I live by. I mean, it's like, how long does it take? 10 minutes even to get there in the morning if I run or go quickly? I don't know either. I'm trying to be quick so I can read your comments because they just make my day reading them. So be patient. I'm sure they're worth it. Sorry, I'm trying to make this one neater. I'm right-handed, so this is the left hand now. The right hand is harder to do, right? So I try to do that first because I'm right-handed. Okay, one coat done. That's the other hand. They're cheating, right? 22:24. That's the time now. It was in 1903. Okay, so far so good. Still don't like the color. Maybe it's the lighting. Okay, let me dry them. Just give me whatever long it takes to dry them. I'll do a second coat, right? Don't worry. Oh no. Okie dokie, back to the comments. Hopefully it won't ruin my nails while I dry them. You want me to do French tips on top of them? Different color? I'm trying to read all the comments. Just give me a minute. Okay, second coat. We've wasted so many live streams, right? On so many worse things. I mean, so what if you have to watch me do my nails? Didn't you complain? They were dirty. So, second coat. You must always shake the nail polish to mix it. That's why the little balls are in there, the little tiny ones, to mix it, right? So, make sure you do that. Yeah, if you ever hear them making noise, that's what it is. You don't have to be quiet. Empathy bear might be sleeping. Why? Do you know what happens when you're missing teeth? Why I talk like that? Well, do you know what your tongue is for? Would you be able to talk if you didn't have a tongue? Why don't you try it? Hold your tongue down and try talking while I'm finishing this. See if you can do it. Might as well learn something. Second hand. This one now. This one's done. You buy different nail polish, so you only need one coat. You use gel nail polish, so you never had that problem. You never did it yourself, so you never had that problem. You never use nail polish, so you never had that problem. No. You bought fake nails, so you never had that problem. You cut your nails too short, so you don't have that problem. Oh. You think there's somebody sitting here doing it and I'm lying? Oh. No, it's just me. Okay, all done. Just putting the cover so it doesn't fall and spill. Now that I've done 2 coats on 2 hands. Does it look different? Does it look shinier? Is the color better? No. I see better now. Or if I had stickers and put stickers on. Did I mess it up? Hopefully not. Okay. No, second coat to dry. Let's read more comments. Yay, comments. I'm going to think about how to help the community, like you said. Don't make me read it again. You know, when fall comes, back to school, winter, and you get shirts in this color and pants in this color, your hair is this color brown, I'm going to poke you with a stick, Malton. Just remember that. It's called cocoa brown, right? No? Chocolate? Which chocolate? Semi-sweet? This brown. Mm-hmm. So when I see your pants and shirts and hats and winter coats, boots, I can make sure I poke you with a stick. You see it close enough? What color brown it is? No. 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 How about now? Okay, how about compared to me? No? Looks different on camera? Okay, fine. I'll find something to match and wear it on the next video. How about that? 29:40. Wow, almost half an hour done. Then I can relax and rest and enjoy my weekend like you guys. Isn't that nice? Back to school and you're pushing 50. Okay, Amy. Well, like I said, when I come sit on the rock, right? And you're whining about hearing my music, or I'm in my apartment now and you're whining about hearing my music and my speaker through the window, why shouldn't I punch you in your face? Well, what are you, like 19? 30? No? Okay. I don't do hard drugs or alcohol, right? So if I talk back, who's supposed to be offended? Well, are you the ones in school? How old are you then? I don't drink, I told you. Amy, don't threaten teenagers with violence. It's not a good look. No, I threaten them with their own friends, the adults in Malton. The same ones at the mall and the community center. Isn't that funny? The homeless even. That's who I threaten them with. The people around them. I think it's hilarious. Don't you laugh at that? I'm a minor and I'm reporting you to the police for uttering a threat. That's real good. I want all of Malton to see this and hear it. Whose children are they? Oh, I am. I'm going over it again. If that's what you're teaching them and they do it and somebody actually does something to them, why don't I explain it again? Yeah, I'm holding a fundraiser currently for a certain company for children. So I don't know if you've heard about it or seen it, but there's also that. Yeah, it's still explaining this. I have my own nonprofit organization. So as my own nonprofit organization, I'm working with another company to hold a fundraiser for them. So whatever money I make, it's going to them. The quickest and easiest way I can explain it. When did I put that link up? Friday? What was it? Thursday? I forget the day I put it up. How much money have you raised so far? Considering it's the weekend and I haven't tried. Well, Monday morning, right? Businesses are open, so who should I go to for donations? How do we donate? You click on the link and it tells you everything right there how to donate. You just click on the link. Amy, how do we donate to your Shama fundraiser? We've been asking you for days and weeks. What link? Well, there's the link on Twitter and Facebook. It's a big link with my picture that says Sick Kids. Amy Seukeran. Remember that one? Nonprofit organization CEO, narcissistic abuse recovery life coach. Well, this is my live stream you're on, Malton. Just in case you're catching up. So wherever you see it and watch it, it's not going to change. So if you see that, you just click on it. Then you can feel free to donate to them how much ever you want. I told you, when something actually happens to one of you in Malton, right? This is why I stand there and watch the ambulance and watch the fire truck and watch the police cars. Because I honestly believe you ask for half of what you get. That's why. Children, right? It's for children, the future of their health. Just showing you the last time before I decide if I want to put another color on. Like on the tips if I do another color, right? Or what? Do half and half? Polka dots? Well, 6 colors, right? What if I use what? A pink one? Brown and pink. If it was chocolate cake, you'd eat it, so don't ever. Just stay quiet. Yeah. I'm taking a break. That's what I'm doing. Do you remember the dog toys I had that I bought? You see them still. And I packaged all nicely. Maybe I can find a company to buy them and donate the money to the fundraiser, right? Is that a good idea? How much do you think they'd pay? What company? I don't know. Who deals with pets? Is that better now? I have to use them, get my money's worth, right? Something. I told you you're gonna waste my time and my life. I told you everything you say. I'm gonna take a look every time I walk by the school and the community center and the mall. Brown trash. How many times? You have Malton Black Development Services, the Malton Neighborhood Services, Malton Moms. How many of these? Malton Women's Council, empowering women. This is ridiculous, beyond ridiculous. That you actually live here. I'm not laughing at anything. Like I said, my life and my future, right? My business, my name. Only because they can't read the comments. Malton had Black excellence, but they were teaching diversity, equity, and inclusion. So which one are we doing today? Amy, are you excited to live another 20 years or so? If I'm 46, that's 66. If I started a business this year, If I started from my unit, this apartment, making money, 20 years, if I was saving to buy a house, who's ridiculous now? If right now you're working an 8-hour or 12-hour job, I don't know. Let me hear again. Who's ridiculous? Mhm. Apartment 47 is the name of the commenter. Let me rephrase that question. Wine. Oh, good. I guess they're involving everyone. Amy, are you excited to mooch off the working class for the next 20 years? No, I want to destroy the working class and show them what they are. What are we in? September. Think I can do it by the new year? January 1st? Get them to stop talking, the working class? Since minimum wage is going up October 1st. October what day? 17th? What day is it going up, minimum wage? Oh, yeah, it's going up to 17 an hour or something. So, yeah, you think I can do that by January? Get them quiet? Well, how many of them can actually get to lose their job? Then what are they going to do? Get mad at me? I want you to remember this. September 6th, 9:50 p.m. Wow, so you're an anarchist. Love that. An anarchist means a lawless society, right? You wouldn't be calling the police and the ambulance and the fire truck if you were living in anarchy, right? Lawless? That means you'd be doing whatever you wanted, like in this building, and then calling who when you overdose. So, what are you talking about again? No, I'm just going to destroy Malton. I don't think you can do quite literally anything by January. What if I called the police right now here? Let's involve everybody, and there's 3 of us here. How far along are you on the mortgage broker booklet thing you've been pretending to read? Well, if I could get rid of the trash that live in this building, starting Monday morning, imagine. I'll let you know hour by hour. Last time you were with police, they were issuing a restraining order. LOL. Yeah, really? I will vocalize my loss by your hand if you call the police. Just take a good look at me again. Amy Seukeran, 7555 Gorway Drive, apartment 47. Malton. That's Peel Police, right? If somebody calls them. Okay. But if you refuse to call the police, it demonstrates my point perfectly. Then you can quite literally can't do anything. What are your thoughts on gender reassignment surgery? Well, what if you were what if somebody had I'm trying to find the exact word. What if your parent did it to you? Just signed a form and they took you to the hospital and did it. What would happen then? Gender reassignment surgery. If you had a really cruel narcissistic parent. Go ahead, let me hear. What would you do? Well, you wanted to get there. How old did you want them to be? To choose themselves? How long ago? What year was that? You wanted to make them able to choose, right? My question makes no sense. You wanted to give children how old permission to choose, change? What year was that? So now you just asked what my thoughts are on gender reassignment surgery. What do you think gender reassignment surgery is? There's only two genders, right? Male and female. So if you're born male, what is gender reassignment? To female? If you're born female, gender reassignment is what? Male to male? Then what are you telling me again? You went from what you are as a person to who you're with, who your choice is to be with. Which one are you talking about now then? Which one are you talking about? You yourself or who you're with? It's not funny. What are you talking about? All of you too, right? The question is, what am I going to do from 10 o'clock when this is done, right? You know, whatever time it's done. The count now is 49:23. So 11 minutes, 12 minutes left. Any topics you want to cover? Narcissistic abuse, financial abuse when you have no money because somebody else has control, but you want to look nice. You have a job interview and you need your nails done because they're dirty. What to do? Is that a good video? No? What's a good video? When you're vile, you paint their eyeball while they're sleeping with the same nail polish. Can you show us how to roll on stream? No, I probably can't. Now they have the rollers. Have you ever used one of those things? You can get them for like how much? $2, $3? Do you use those papers? Do you buy cardboard and put them inside? Because I can't. Not if you buy cardboard to help you roll. Why? The adults are going to explain to the children why. The children are going to explain to the adults why, whichever way it goes. Tips, they're called. Why I won't spend money and buy them. Do you share with friends when you smoke? Do you smoke with other people? We're talking about things that are contagious, right? How you catch diseases. Is that what you're talking about in the comments now? Did I get to all the comments? Did I miss any? Address the allegations. I like that. Address the allegations about. Fill in the blank, Malton. I'll go right after you do. Address the allegations about. People want to know why, when I was homeless for 6 years, I have this much patience and tolerance in Malton. I have no idea. Must be because this is where I got the apartment. Did I mention that? That subsidy was for anywhere in Peel region. I can just find another apartment, right? Hopefully, if I need to. Just saying. We don't care about your homelessness. We care about you outing Officer Tyler. That's real good. Don't try and change the subject, Missy. Why didn't you live in Brampton, which is a great place full of wonderful people? Well, because when I went to see the apartment there, across from City Center, it wasn't ready till February. So I got into this building January 31st. Officer Tyler had his reputation damaged by your harsh words and allegations. Oh, I'm going to take a picture of that one. Oh, it's definitely going up. Hashtag Malton on Instagram. I'm going to laugh. Oh, you keep telling me she was in Mississauga, right? I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I should correct that. It's a reputation. Imagine if there was this job or safety or this like life. He had his reputation damaged by my harsh words and allegations. And then he went on Instagram and made an account. That's hilarious. Okay. LOL. That means laugh out loud, right, Daniel? What did you say it was? Lots of love? Well, tee-hee. We're talking about inclusion. My God. I hate rumors. I have jealousy issues. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I told you I might need the police someday. If you joined in. Click. I took a picture of it. 6 years. I saw your picture there. This is what you guys did for 6 years in Malton with COVID. Did you do this when you worked from home? In the school? Were you the teachers? Were you the students? Where'd you get a computer? Never mind you too. Mm-hmm. Amy, did you forget to take your antipsychotics? Just take a good look around Malton, right? Why I would ever put up with this for the rest of my life and live like this? That is the question. There's things I wouldn't believe in my life and my whole life. This is Malton and I have to live here and it's going to continue. That's number one. I did tell everyone a long time ago. Yeah, maybe it wasn't on recorded live stream YouTube. You laughing? Something? 6 years homeless because what? Go over how I ended up homeless again. How I ended up in calls for shelter from Netherwood. Yeah, my mother's house, remember? That was the same basement I lived in. Go over that again then. Amy, what is your ultimate goal to accomplish before you die? Well, I kind of just explained it, right, Malton? I was born in 1979. Right here in Malton. I'm waiting to hear. How did this end up like this? Do you think there is a legitimate pathway from this point in your life to owning your own home? Yeah, I get a job and make money, steady income, and I put in a savings account for a down payment. How do you get a mortgage for a house? Is there another way? I would say mental health and drug abuse had a lot to do with what happened. To what, Malton? Oh, I would agree. What kind of mental health issues? I have no idea. What's my dream job? I guess one that makes money. Lots of money. Your dream job. Why do you work if it's not for money? Your dream job. Don't you think you have missed out on the best working years of your life already, and at this point you are completely unemployable, and your best bet would be to marry a man who has his life together? Well, considering I have a narcissistic abuse recovery life coach business, that's why you're watching this live stream right now on YouTube, and I have my own nonprofit organization that I own, just me, myself, I have no idea why you're talking. If you want, I can try to get you a job at the Tim Hortons in Pearson Airport. Well, if you can get me a part-time job and I can do it with the nausea, thanks. I would appreciate it. Let's be real, your business is a sham. I told you. Everything is going to come back, right? To Malton. There is nowhere else to go. What do you think you're going to do tonight? If I go sit at the mall, how about that for fun? Can you send me your contact information and I can give you more information? How many times? amysregalife@gmail.com. No, I'm enjoying this. I told you. What does your stock portfolio look like as you prepare to save money and buy a house? What do you need stocks for? What do you buy stocks for? Well, you forgot Mary Jane was legal, right? I could have bought stocks in Mary Jane years ago. So what are you buying stocks of? Tim Hortons? I think it's hilarious. Anyway, I'm going to go. What's your availability like so I can tell the manager? Also, do you think you would be okay working in customer service despite your despite what? Well, I lost the comment. Despite your mental health issues. Oh, at Tim Hortons, what's customer service? Does that mean just cash? I'd never have to be with a coffee? I'd never have to make it? What does that mean at Tim Hortons? What's availability at Tim Hortons? Are they open 24 hours? Well, you tell me then what you're asking me. If you're looking for a job, aren't you open to any hours? If it's a Tim Hortons, then what do you expect? I am asking. Everyone at Tim Hortons does every aspect of the job. They are well-rounded individuals who work in a fast-paced environment. You understand in Bramley, right? The guy was cleaning the bathrooms and then he came out and went behind the counter to serve the food. So maybe you shouldn't tell me certain things because I might slip and say something that you might not like. Oops. I'm going to end the live stream here because I still go to all Tim Hortons, right? You just never know. Be nice to people or they might spit in your food. Well, now you know something else, right? My philosophy on life. You should always be nice to people that serve you food. Enjoy your night, Malton.